Hello, sweeties. Welcome back. This is part 2 for our root chakra needs during Gemini season. The link to part 1, which is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, is in the description box below. Also, the rest are time-stamped for the rest of the signs. This will be Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I suggest watching your sun, moon, and rising. All right, Libra. What are your root chakra needs for Gemini season? Oh, I can just imagine you guys just tapping in. It's like, wow. Queen of Earth. Yeah, ground yourself. This is some Capricorn energy. So this is kind of like, you know, playing hard to get is what I'm getting. Like playing hide and seek. This is very much, you know, keeping to yourself. And also an aspect of spirituality. This is the only card that has, you know, a spiritual symbol of any sort of spiritual symbolism in it. And we have Buddha here, so I don't know if you've been meditating or things like that, but I know, Libra, in your last spread that I did for you, meditation was very important. But, you know, Capricorn I take as very grounding, you know, focused on work, focused on, you know, the material, because you know, I'll always tell you, Libra, like, you guys will try to balance out what's going on in the world, and that's a really difficult task and something that's really hard to ground yourself when you're, you know, naturally programmed to do that, to feel out your environment and then act accordingly. Like, you guys are the best with that stuff. So, very much this meditation energy is very, very important here. Yeah, coughing using division. Okay, so this is some psychic toxic energy that is in your midst that I think you need to get rid of. It's causing division. So I don't know, like, if you've been divided away from your third eye or your psychic energy, but that's really important because, you know, the physical stability of the world, like the way that you feel physically stable is if you are, you know, psychically stable. So you need to meditate and make sure you have your mind right, because there's some toxicity in there. So focus on the third eye. You know, you can Google or YouTube third eye meditations, you know, and get some of that toxicity out. It says, lighter than air, gases in its body keep it afloat. The gases not only smell, they are also explosive. You know, it talks about the, you know, the air, and you are the air, and it keeps you afloat. You know, that balance is what keeps you afloat. And right now there is some toxic energy, and I feel like, okay, Pikachu using quick attack. So this can just happen, you know what I mean? Like, it's a quick attack to your solar plexus, which, you know, is all about like, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, you know, that sort of energy is kind of being drained a little bit because, like, you know, Pikachu is the Pokemon that everybody loves, you know, like, you can't hate Pikachu, it's just cute. Like, sure, is it overused? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but, like, it's so adorable, you know, everyone knows and loves Pikachu, and I feel like that's very Libran energy, and, you know, this can be a quick attack, you know, to your solar plexus, when your psychic energy, you're divided from your third eye. It says, it raises its tail to check its surroundings. The tail is sometimes struck by lightning in this pose. Yeah, so, you know, that's like you're raising your tail to check the surroundings. Like, you're internalizing, you know, the external world and act accordingly, you know, and sometimes you're struck by lightning when that happens, you know, like straight to the bum, baby. But that can really affect, you know, who you are, because it influences your solar plexus by the way that the world behaves, because, like, you're a reflection of the people around you, you know. That's a beautiful thing about Libra. Wow, okay. And, you know, when people are like, oh, Libra did this, Libra did that, like, bitch, what'd you do first? You know, seriously. All right. Like, if things are imbalanced, it's because you caused this. You know what I mean? Anyway. All right. So let's see. What should Libra focus on healing during Gemini season? What should Libra focus on healing? Couple things, it looks like. The gateway, yeah. Just like I said, like the third eye, crown chakra, your psychic abilities. Like the gateway of how you psychically connect really needs to be healed. Wow, miracles in abundance. So there's a miracle on its way to you. Okay, so start believing in miracles, whatever you need. If you're looking for this abundance, if you've been feeling like you have some sort of lack or whatever it is, like, no, abundance is on its way to you. It's a miracle. And I think that that's another thing is like, you know, once you fix this gateway issue, it's going to be a miracle to you that you're just like, oh my gosh, like I have everything that I need. You know, this is, look, she's hugging a tree, which is rooted, you know, feeling that abundance of feeling solid and rooted. That will be the miracle that happens. Beautiful, Libra. All right, please comment, like, subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more I can send back to you. So I hope to see you again for the next reading. Bye-bye. All right, the sexy, seductive Scorpios. Scorpio. Let's see what do we need for the root chakra for Gemini season. A bag of toys, am I right? One of water in reverse. Interesting. So this is about not necessarily getting emotionally invested in anything. This is like not showing any sort of emotional titty. Interesting. So I feel like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. We're in Venus retrograde in Gemini, and you know, we're all about getting deep and devoted. And like, now is not the time to get emotionally invested in anything new. No emotional, not even a little titty. No, not a time to invest, Scorpio. Yeah, 2 of air. Yeah, don't invest because it will be some sort of trophy husband, trophy wife type of very surfacey relationship. And this is Libra moon. Like I said, this is not a time for emotional investment. So if you're gonna, you know, play around and have some fun and do things that are very much based on, you know, the way things look, or, you know, I take this very much as role playing and things like that. You know what I mean? Definitely go for it, but now is not the time to be emotionally invested because you know that fucks with our root chakra. Like, if we get emotionally invested, oh, Lord have mercy, we better have some fucking anchorage in that shit, or it's not gonna be pretty. Oh, all right. Please clarify. Please clarify. I mean, Gemini season in general is not a great time for Scorpios to be getting invested because it is a very airy time, you know, just like explorative and stuff like that. But during a Gemini Venus retrograde, I think not. Manting using healing wave and dwindling wave. So I feel like there is someone who has been kind of a parasite on you emotionally that you are bringing a healing wave of energy to. And that's by dwindling the amount of emotions. So I feel like maybe if there was a situation where you found out things were very much based on kind of a surface value type energy, you are bringing, like, you are taking a step back and bringing some healing energy into this. You know, water type is very much emotions and things like that. And as you can see, like, Mantine has Remoraid on it, and Remoraid is like, you know, it's a symbiotic relationship. They both, you know, play their due, but this is some sort of attachment that you have with someone, excuse me. It says, while elegantly swimming in the sea, it ignores Remoraid that cling to its fins, seeking food scraps. So I think that there is someone who very much is emotionally attached to you in some way. And, you know, it's like you're already not getting emotionally invested, is what I'm hearing. Emolga, bounce, and reverse. So it might be a situation where someone is kind of like consistently leaving, is what I hear, because it is coming out stuck. It's like they're consistently in the cycle of bouncing, is what I get. And it's very much to do with their solar plexus energy, you know, like, you know, ruled by Leo in the 5th house of this is who I am, this is what I stand for. They might have some like identity issues, is what I'm hearing. And it's like you're helping heal them in some way by not getting emotionally invested. It says the energy made in its cheeks, clap, clap. Okay, so the energy made in its cheeks, electrical pouches, is stored inside its membrane and released while it's gliding. Yeah, so it's talking about, you know, an energy reserve type, like, you know, like it stores the energy in its cheeks and then it's able to fly. So I think that there is very much some kind of like energy vampire stuff going on, and like you're very aware of it, and you're still allowing it to happen, but you're sending it like a lot of healing energy is what I'm getting. But be careful because it is influencing your root chakra. So but just know not to get emotionally invested in it. All right, so all right, what should Scorpio focus on healing during Gemini season? What should Scorpio focus on healing? We have spiritual growth. Wow. So, interesting. It's like, wow. Yeah. So this is saying to, like, the way to, all right, whoever this is, you, like, I feel like you have spiritually outgrown them is what I'm hearing. And if you want to help this relationship, it's more focusing on the aspect of love and sending it love, you know, very much the heart chakra, rather than trying to encourage any sort of spiritual growth is what I'm hearing. This is very much kind of, you know, that eternal flame, the compassion, the unconditional love, rather than pushing any sort of spiritual thing. I'm going to ask for one more. Wow, that's beautiful. I mean, that would make sense for Scorpio. It's like, don't get emotionally invested in something. Just be focused on, you know, love itself. Is there one more for Scorpio? Okay, that's too many. Listening. It was like listening to your heart is what I saw. Earth connection. Yeah, very much like, yeah, getting rooted. Rooting this love. Rooting the love inside of the earth. So it's very much focusing on the physical, the tangible in terms of this love. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I also feel like doing some root chakra meditations is a good idea, where you know, you really root to the earth in order to help, you know, to help heal love in general, you know, not just with this person, but, you know, the earth. Like, the earth could use the Scorpio depth of love. You know what I mean? So, all right, Scorpios, please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more I can send to you. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again for your next read. I'm gonna get a little extra light in here. Hello, Sagittarius. It's funny, I just felt the need to turn on the light, so I feel like bringing a little bit of light into your life would be helpful. Let's see the root chakra needs of Sagittarius for Gemini season. What are the root chakra? Wow, Knight of Air, which is Gemini. This is very much movement. This is physical movement, which makes sense because, you know, you are the archer. You are made to be moving, but literally encapsulating Gemini energy, which is, you know, going in and out of things. So this does indicate some sort of physical travel, you know, like, granted, there is a chain. So, you know, she rides into town and, you know, she'll be back. But I mean, considering that Sagittarius is known as the traveler and Gemini is your sister sign, it does make sense that the way that you would elementally handle things is to embrace that physical movement. So I don't know if you need to take a trip or, you know, travel somewhere, but, you know, this is very Sagittarian, you know, half human, half horse, like, just go, you know. All right, what else? Clarify this, please. We have Meowth and Bronzor. Meowth using stall. So there is some aspect that you are stalling. I feel like you need to move, you need movement, but you keep stalling. And I feel like it has to do with things that are going on outside. As you can see, like, buildings are exploded, this flower's dead, it's just like, oh no, the buildings haven't exploded. But for some reason, all of the plants are dying. I think it's from the toxic fumes that are coming out of the building. It's very much like maybe you're not taking care of your plants. Maybe you just literally aren't getting outside. Maybe your things that you're trying to work on aren't growing and you keep stalling out. And now is the time very much for movement. And it's funny, like Sagittarius, the way that your root chakra would like feel rooted is by movement. It makes so much sense. It says, adores round objects. It wanders the street on a nightly basis for looks for drop loose change. So adoring round objects can emphasize, a focus on money, but we have a round object here. But, and Meowth is the money cat. So a focus on money and movement towards money is very much indicated. There's also an aspect of, walking around looking for drop loose change. So on the hunt for money, but also walking around, so physically moving. Again, we have adoring round objects and we have Bronzor coming up, and this is a steel type. So steel is very much learning how to protect your aura. Steel type is the fortification that you put over your energy centers, and this is iron defense. So I think learning how to protect your energy is very important, like learning how to build up that sort of defense system. It says, implements shaped like these were discovered in ancient tombs. It is unknown if they are related. So it does talk about, adoring round objects. And I feel like because it talks about people related, there might be some family that you need to see, that you need to travel to see. And also talks about discovering an ancient tomb. So I don't know if you're doing any sort of maybe history study or something like that. That should be focused on as well. Interesting. You would get something like, philosophical or study-based as well. Like Sagittarius, you guys have the coolest energy. It's like, yes, we're going to do things and we're going to know things. All right, what should be focused on healing for Sagittarius during Gemini season? What should be focused on healing for Gemini season? What should be focused on healing for Gemini season? Blessings. Count your blessings. So I also feel like maybe you have a guardian angel that you haven't gotten in contact with. So if you need to contact your angels, your guides, your ancestors, whatever it may be, in order to bring blessings, make sure you get in contact with them because they're trying to send you some good blessings. Also, this does look like Mother Mary, so there is an aspect of, possibly going to see a mother figure. And I always pull this whenever the blessings come out. So what angel is around these blessings? What angel is around these blessings? So the angel of memory. So I think that there's very much, like maybe of some family member that you can't see anymore or something like that. Going to the memories and speaking to them and praying to them and things like that. This is very much looking into the strings and the fabric that make you you. And because we have stuff about being related, there might be some energy of maybe how people who are related to you have caused some sort of behavior that causes you to stall to do things, and kind of going through your memory in that way. Oh, cool. All right, Sagittarius, please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy you send to me, the more I can send to you, and I hope to see you again for the next reading. Bye-bye. else. Let's see. What does Capricorn's root chakra need for Gemini season? What does Capricorn's root chakra need for this Gemini season? Four of air in reverse. So this is Libra Jupiter. I feel like you need to let go of a notion that you want a certain conversation to be going somewhere. And I feel like very much associated with the root chakra, it has to do with maybe the aspect of control and safety. Because sometimes when we have conversations and we don't know where they're going, it can make us feel unsafe, which kind of unsettles our root chakra. But this is very much, you know, giving up the aspect of needing to know where things are going to go. This is a Libra Jupiter card. So Jupiter, you know, Sagittarius, and we have Libra here as well. So could be about balancing some sort of travel arrangement or finding some sort of balance with academia, or maybe a relationship inside of academia. Interesting. Let's please clarify for Capricorn. Please clarify for Capricorn. So we have Tentacle lost in the waves, Probopass using Rock Tomb, and then Fairy type using Tantrum. Yeah, so there was some sort of fight that went on. You know, Fairy type is, you know, it's one-on-one partnerships, again, with the Libra energy. And there was some sort of tantrum that happened. Again, we have food, so there is some sort of root chakra associated with consumption. Maybe someone, it was about looks, maybe, or body image was an issue. But there was some sort of tantrum that was had. It says, it can make most any Pokemon run away simply by opening its mouth to reveal its big fangs. So I feel like someone opened their mouth and, you know, scared somebody else with this tantrum that they had. And this caused someone to not want to get involved in the waves, you know, get lost in the water. Like, like psychically, I'm not even going to go there and get lost in the emotion, and has caused someone to put up the Rock Tomb, you know, kind of block them out. This is a fighting type, you know, again. So I feel like someone has kind of cut somebody out here. And the way to, you know, what your root chakra needs is to just let go of thinking that it has to go in any sort of particular direction. You know what I mean? Like, the outcome doesn't have to be known. It says, drifts into shallow seas. Anglers who hook them by accident are often punished by their stingers. So, you know, this could have been some sort of, you know, again, we have a hook, you know, so someone hooked somebody and then someone got stung. Could be dealing with a Scorpio because, you know, Scorpios are known as the stinger. And then Probopass, this is very much about following the father. I feel like someone's cutting themselves off because, like, that's what their dad does, is what I'm hearing. It says, it freely controls 3 small units called mini noses using magnetic force. Yeah, so, yeah, I very much think it has to do with some sort of, you know, like heavy father archetype, or, you know, like heavy divine masculine that can just get the, you know, little ones to just follow him. And it does talk about using magnetic force, so I do feel like this could have been, you know, a psychic sort of fight, is what I'm getting. All right, what should Capricorn focus on healing for Gemini season? What should Capricorn focus on healing during Gemini season? So, celebration. So, there's something that needs to be celebrated. You know, we have the dove here that is an aspect of rebirth. So, there is something that needs to be celebration. Yeah, transmutation. Something has very much changed, and that's what needs to be celebrated. This is very Scorpionic, you know, because we have, you know, the dove flying out of whatever, and transmutation, which is the the energy of, you know, allowing things to die in order to be reborn. You know, it's the shamanic death. So definitely celebrate that things have changed, which is good. All right, Capricorn, please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more I can send back to you. And I hope to see you again for the next reading. Bye-bye. Aquarius. Let's see. What does Aquarius root chakra need for Gemini season? Two of fire. Wow. So you definitely need a partner. This is Aries Mars. So this is taking kind of sexually aggressive action in a certain way, but also putting yourself on display for all. So, you know, this can be sexting or, you know, camming or even just being on a dating site and kind of putting yourself out there. Interesting. Yeah, this is very much like taking action with passion, love, lust, intensity. But it does look like there is a partner involved here. Oh, that was a spicy. Not too many people are getting sexy reads, Aqua, I'll tell you that. All right, please, yeah, show. Stunky using spray fluids. Okay. All right, so we have some stanky energy and we have some spraying fluids. So, I mean, need I say more about that? It is dark type, so it might be something that you do, you know, on the down low or something, but it looks like you will be dabbling a little bit more in the darker aspects of sexual play or role play. It says, it sprays a foul fluid liquid from its rear. Its stench spreads over a mile radius, driving Pokemon away. All right, so some of y'all need to take care of, like, your booty health is what I'm getting. Like, be careful what you eat so that you're not, you know, farting up a storm here. Jesus Christ. This is the weirdest one, Aquarius. But, hey, if it's there, it's there. What should Aquarius focus on healing during Gemini season? So that could be it. It could be, you know, what you are eating very much like is influencing your body and how it's expelling, you know, because it is dark energy. So, you know, you might be putting yourself on display for everyone. Just be careful of how that's being channeled into your root chakra. But I definitely am getting some sort of like eating energy, like what you're putting in your body and how that's affecting the fluids that you're spraying. So interesting. We have Eternal Flame and Moon Tree. So Eternal Flame, you know, we do have Twin Flame. Again, you have two fire and Eternal Flame. So boom, you have some Twin Flame relationship that needs some healing with the Moon Tree. So for this one, I always read from it because it's so beautiful and I can never capture it. It says, an old idea resurfaces. The moon is in alignment with your heavenly star. Conditions are now right for something that you have put aside. Nurture this idea into being. With love and positive energy, you will achieve positive results. A majestic oak tree is rooted in fertile soil. It has grown strong and tall. Its branches reach out to the sky, nourished in the light of the spiritual moon. Ground your idea in fruitful soil. Care for it and it will grow strong. This card may also represent a partnership of some kind. The marriage of heaven and earth, a physical and spiritual connection, a combined effort, or a sacred union through which something new is born. The tree has grown strong, and thanks to the sun, the rain, the soil, and it now provides a home, a resting place, shade and air to others. Giving and receiving is nature's way. So very much, you know, twin flamey type energy of, you know, getting that rooted. Again, it's all about, you know, rooting yourself. So I would suggest some sort of rooting meditation, especially when it comes to your twin flame, because it looks like there might be some dark energy in your guys' root chakra. So, all right, Aquarius, please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy you send to me, the more I can send to you. Thank you, and I hope to see you again for your next reading. Okay, Pisces, let's see. What does Pisces root chakra need for Gemini season? Okay, so that wanted to hide. 10 of air, Gemini sun. It's like, that's what I was feeling like. You just need Gemini season to be over. But I really feel like there's some sort of conversation that needs to be cut off. This is very much, you know, both people coming to an agreement. Like, yeah, we're separating ways, but you have my slipper and you know, like, I'll be back, you can find me sort of energy. It's that Gemini energy of like, you know, I'm going to come and go and I'll be back. So I think there might be a promise of like, I'll be back that you need to hear, or just knowing that you need to end a conversation even if you're going to go back to it. Because I think that if you don't have that sort of knowledge of like, okay, yeah, this is done right now, but it will, you know, we'll come back later. I think it's really gonna, you know, mess up your roots. All right, please clarify this. Please clarify the 10 of air. Yeah, coughing, stuck, division. So there's some sort of psychic division between you and this person, and it's filled with toxicity, which is why you need to let it go, even though you know that you're going to be coming back to it. You know, this is the third eye chakra. It says, lighter than air gases in its body keep it aloft, sorry. The gases not only smell, they're also explosive. So I feel like it's because this person is kind of has some like stank energy, you know, in their third eye, and that causes the same for you. And it talks about them being explosive, and also, you know, it talks about air. So it could be an air sign, you know, we have Gemini, so it could be a Gemini you're dealing with, or a Libra or Aquarius, but you know, it does talk about them acting a little bit explosive, which is why you need to just step away from it right now. What should Pisces focus on healing for Gemini season? What should Pisces focus on healing for Gemini season? Heaven on earth. Awesome. So yeah, the kingdom of heaven is upon us. You know what I mean? This is very much focusing on nature, on the positive things that you can do in nature and with the earth, and sorrow. You guys always get this, that you're like helping cleanse the earth of its sorrow. So just focus on all of the positive energy. We do have, like, I don't know if you have lost somebody close to you, like, it's okay even when you have to step away from this. You know the conversation isn't over. It's still okay to be sad, of course, like honor